Kept you waiting, huh? No, it's been like a year if you look at like my channel, but I think it's been less than that. I streamed about like a month ago and a month before that. But I will start uploading regularly, I promise. I swear to God. Trust me, Arthur, I got a plan, alright? Got a plan. So, what does the title even mean? It means I'm small. Like, really small. 1/10 of the height, to be exact. Also, you may consider this cheating, but I didn't want to go the entire game at 1/10 the speed, which is a downside of being that small, with the other ones being substantially, like, less bad. So I made myself just go just as fast as a normal player because I didn't feel like going 1/10 the speed, which is slower than being over-encumbered, which Norbert, the man I am shamelessly stealing this type of content from, already did. So I feel like going slower than that, especially since I used explosives for the run, because of the other downsides, you know, it's kind of a terrible idea. Alright, let's actually get this started. I would have picked a more funny pun name, like Antoine, Antoinette, but making fun of my friend's girlfriend is just substantially funnier to me. And as soon as I get out of bed, I input the 2 commands that make this run possible, and most importantly, fun. Actually, if you want to do this yourself, here are the 2 commands you need to input. Player.set scale 0.1, there's a space between that 0.1, that's the 0.1 set scale, to make myself real short, and player.space set AV space speed mult space 1000 for making go normal speed, which also, by the way, makes you go 10 times faster you were like originally, which makes us go the normal speed when I'm this short, and normally it makes you run so fast it crashes the game. The special stats focused on explosive build, meaning high perception for base stat increases in explosives, high luck and intelligence because that's just how I like to play the game, pretty abysmal strength and charisma because I didn't see it necessarily, you know, being useful, and charisma just kind of sucks ass. And alright endurance because I actually like had another try at this run, which the record didn't delete it because it sucked. Before this, that ended in complete tragedy because of how low my endurance was, so I just died within like 2 hits. It sucked. Also changed my size on occasion if the game just wouldn't work. First time was here because Doc Mitchell just hates short people, I guess. And for the skills I chose explosives because of one of the other downsides of being so short. My damage was also cut down to 10% it normally would be. So the anti-material rifle, which does around 100-ish damage, would only deal like 10. But with only like one exception, explosives. The reason I think this is because the explosion is created when the projectile hits something, and only the projectile is affected by the damage reduction. This is probably also why the only projectile is affected by the legendary effects in Fallout 4. Barter, because I wanted cheap bombs, and survival, so I can get my favorite perk in the game as soon as physically possible. I love you, Travel Light. I love it. I literally make it useless at some point in the run because I'm an idiot, but that's beyond the point. For my traits, I chose Small Frame and Skill, because I think Small Frame is really funny, and Skill is just absurdly good. Looking back, I probably should have chosen Fast Shot in all honesty. Also, going forward, I will never use the Gunrunner Arsenal's weapon. I will always keep the Vault 13 Canteen, though. Because it's great. It's amazing. It's my favorite little thing ever. I decided to do Ghost Town Gunfight for no good reason other than, like, why not? So I take up on Sunny's offer to train me, and she gives me a varmint rifle. You can't even see anything other than, like, the tip of the barrel. It's just that I'm so small and short that the view models are inside of my head, so I could really only see the front. Or they might be behind my head. Really hard to tell. By the way, this also affects my Pip-Boy, which sucks. Also, before you tell me in the damn comments that I should have downloaded a handheld Pip-Boy mod, guess what? I did. It didn't work. It didn't work. I was so small, I was still in my head. So, after I shot down some bottles, I would just increase my height to normal when I use the Pip-Boy. This also means when I fast travel or use the Pip-Boy, I have to put in command myself as tall and short again every single time. It is incredibly annoying, so it just kinda sucks. I see Joe Corncob screaming at Trudy to do nothing, but then after he leaves the saloon, I immediately throw dynamite at his ass that I bought from Chet, which then I talk to Ringo and ask if he needs help. He says yes, as you've probably played this quest before. I'm guessing you have. Like, why would you not have played this quest before? It's the first one in the entire fucking game. Then the powder kegers go boom, and I get more free dynamite. Only Cramp Lois free dynamite. Anyway, time to go to Vegas now. to see how much the 25mm grenade rifle costs, so I could just come back later to grab it and some of its upgrades. Sold all of my dynamite. I don't know why. I immediately regretted it, considering I then went to Mick and Ralph's to buy a singular satchel charge. I proceeded to use this to kill Oris for the king, because that quest is absurdly easy for how much XP it gives you. Like, I would just show a sped up version of the entire quest, but I literally just did that joke and don't want to review myself that quickly. Anyway, I asked for money to get into Strip, so yippee! I still didn't have enough to get into the Strip, so I sold some of my stuff at the Silver Rush, and then had enough caps to get into the Strip. Then I immediately had to change my size again so that Swank will actively talk to me. He must also hate short people. I guess people on the Strip are just heightist, I guess. I don't know, man. I just need to stare at Benny and then leave, for I have gone long enough without a weapon, and I know exactly where to get one. There's a lot of walking in this game. I'm just now realizing this. I guess I kind of already knew that. That's when like, most people say they just don't get it. They just say there's no exploration and that's boring. Ah, fuck! I forgot to kill George. No! Ah! Anyway, dodging the bombs is easy. Nothing new here. Anyway, we're not siding with the boomers for two reasons. A, I find the quests to be incredibly boring and repetitive, and B, they tell me to kill my brethren, so I will not be siding with someone who wants my kind dead. It's also the same reason we are not siding with the NCR. Ignore that I kill ants later, I wasn't thinking. Wait, what was I here for again? Oh yeah, a weapon. Unique grenade rifle, Thump Thump. We will be using for a little bit for grabbing the other grenade launcher I talked about earlier. Also, I tried to grab a bunch of ammo while I was down there, but the most minimal downside to being so short is the real life one, not being able to grab things off high shelves. And thank God I ain't short in real life. That would suck. I'm looking at you, buddy. Also, I'm so small I can just walk on top of the shelves, but it's very hard to stay on them, and it is also a certainty that if you don't make it there, you will fall between the two shelves and get stuck. Thank God I had a combat knife, or else I would be stuck down there and have to reload. Anyway, bye Pearl, time to go kill the other guy. Tried to convince Swing to let me kill his boss, but he said no. I even went back to my grave to get his cigarette butts to prove that he loves littering, which means it's perfectly fine if I kill him. We should kill all people who litter, personally. I also grabbed the snow globe that was just right there. Sorry, dead person. I need 2,000 caps. Anyway, well, time to do a domestic terrorism on the tops. This combat encounter was kind of stupid and really dumb. First off, I had to increase my size every single time I died so I could tell Swank I'm going to shoot him, which wasn't very fun because this was basically like hitting my head with a brick until the brick broke in two. I mean, I did definition of insanity myself by just doing the same thing over and over again, but eventually it did work when I entered the presidential suite and just took a nap. Also, you may have noticed that I was just not using Thump Thump, but instead a normal grenade launcher. It turns out it's just factually better than Thump Thump. It's genuinely surprising how much better it is than Thump Thump. So, I don't know. That's what I thought, because my agility is high enough to where it would literally reload faster than the grenade rifle would fire. So it was, like, legitimately just useless. On the way out, I shot Volpace for the crime of existing, and since the NCR messenger was also right next to him, he also died. So now I'm labeled as a terrorist by the NCR. I think it's fair. I am a 6-inch tall woman with a bunch of bombs on me who literally just committed domestic terrorism to the tops. So I can't really blame them. Anyway, now the NCR shoots me on sight, which we weren't siding with them anyway, so it doesn't really matter in the slightest. After running from the Securetrons down the strip, I enter the Lucky 38 to talk to House about the platinum chip after giving him the snow globe I got earlier. Now it's time for the Mr. House Yap Sesh about I already know. This is probably my 17th time hearing him say this too. So I did what I normally do when I get here, leave to go do something else. So I got a Capri Sun that didn't have a straw, so I had to steal another one from a Capri Sun, and then I went pissed, and came back to immediately kill House for rejecting me to the unskippable cutscene. So, I'm gonna go get that new weapon now. Except, no, I forgot to install Yes Man into the Lucky 38, so I went and did that, which is also absurdly loud for, like, no reason. I want to kill more people. So I decided to wipe the white gloves off the face of the earth, those cannibal bastards. I hate them so much. Not a couple times, though, because I have no stimpaks and I'm using an explosive weapon indoors. Also, another thing, I am still using my leather armor from the beginning of the game. Should probably change that. Also, another thing. Ted died several times for no reason other than he decided it would be a good idea to become a part of the angry White Glove mob after me, and the only reason he lived is because I would have died too. Anyway, I'm glad the White Gloves are dead. Finally, I can live happy now. Truly, truly mesmerizing what you can do when you just kill people. It's amazing. I didn't follow the footsteps of my forefathers because of me being short and wanting to gamble. I knew from experience that I did a quest for the Emeritas, I could get chips, and I couldn't get chips by buying them because I was too short. This also means I couldn't turn in the chips because, just like the rest of the strip, they just hate short people. I can't believe it. Anyway, speedrunning through the quest ain't really hard, especially with my high barter skill. You know, I forgot to mention that I had that, so I could just go through quests with ease because there are a lot more quests that have barter solutions than I remember there being. It also means I have lots of caps, so there is no need to gamble. I'm just the 10% of gamblers who make it get big, alright? I need to gamble. Alright? Finally get the weapon I've been staring at the whole run, the 25mm grenade rifle. Or launcher, I don't know which. Includes some of its upgrades and special ammunition. Also, for some odd reason, for a little bit after I got the thing, it would just shoot into the ground, and I don't know why. But it stopped at some point. I still don't know why it does that. Probably something to do with me being short. Also, I forgot to mention that I also got the best armor the Gunriders could give me. I'm still wearing the military police hat I got after finding some random dead corpses just outside of Kimura. I know I didn't do it, so I don't know. It was kind of iffy if I wanted to kill the Brotherhood because I had no clue if the grenades would actually harm them or not. So no better time than now than to test this. It was also the main reason I upgraded my weapon in the first place. Fast traveling Good Springs just got me killed, so I instead went to Sloan, forgetting that they would just shoot me on sight anyway, which is also the first time the grenade launcher worked, and then immediately stopped working when I entered another loading zone in Hidden Valley. Hello there, Mr. Brotherhood guy, and my weapon didn't want to work, so I just had to reload, and now it works for like the rest of the run. Still have no clue why it did that. Now for the moment of truth, how much damage does it do the Brotherhood? And no thanks, I'm leaving. So now my brain thinks I should go to the fort, and Scorpion Gulch is right there, so I went to Scorpion Gulch and almost blew myself to Kingdom Come. And add salt to the wound, the NCR hates me, so going past Helios 1 is a bad thing. I killed them, but they injured me enough to where I died of something else. Now I have to go through Scorpion Gulch again, but I don't want to do it, so I go through the other way of going through the Lucky 188 trading post. Now I have to go through Scorpion Gulch again, but I don't want to, so I go through the other way of going through the 188 trading post. And after getting jumped by both the NCR and the Legion, I just decided to go through Scorpion Gulch anyway. I somehow injured myself even more than the first time though. I did survive this time though because I made a quick save after escaping Scorpion Gulch. We also got the achievement for using explosive weapons a bunch. I can't find where, but it's around now. I think I got it while shooting at the Brotherhood, I can't remember. I do kill all the NCR members there, and I do make it to Novak alive, and then immediately get attacked because I tried to steal the bill of sale from Jeannie May, and she caught me doing it after buying a room from her. So now everyone wants me dead, including Boone, but that's because I'm an anti-NCR terrorist. Maybe it's because I'm short, you just never know, alright? So I shot him with my grenade launcher, which launches him out of the Dinky the dinosaur's mouth, which I didn't even know you could even do that. I am also completely out of ammo now, so I went to the gun runners and bought some more. Not like I needed it though. Also another thing, I also blew up the messenger sent by the Legion, but they don't label me a terrorist. They just don't care and let me pass. What the hell, NCR? What the hell? Anyway, Kaisar, I just walk in, give up my weapons, go talk to Caesar, tells me to do what I need to do, grab these grenades I never use, and actually use now, but I didn't really need to. Because for some reason, when you're as short as the character is, lasers can't aim correctly and just completely miss me. So I just walk through with the lasers, just going above my head. Upgrade the Centurions, tell Caesar of my deeds, get XP for doing nothing, and then leave. Also, I got only one more thing to do, and that's do another genocide, except this time on the Great Khans. On the way to Red Rock, I fight Cook because he is, like, right there. Even though I'm playing demo, and Cook has Air Blast, I'm a pipe god, so I deal with him easily. I also got jumped by the Legion on the way there as well, even though I was just there. Like, why did he buy? Doesn't make sense. Tried to buy more ammo from the Great Khan Armory, but they just wouldn't, so I blew them to smithereens. The first of several tragedies that will befall the Great Khans this day. I make sure to actually mark Red Rock on the map because I know I can bug and just not understand that I eliminated them off the face of the earth. If you don't, so it's cringe. I walk into Longhouse and shoot 2 bombs and everyone dies except Carl because he's a bitch. I have to eliminate the rest of the camp as well, including Jack and Diane in a singular shot, and now I'm out of ammo, so after walking around Red Rock until it tells me to leave, then I go grab even more ammo for my grenade launcher. Return to Yes Man, I did a soup, and let the president die because, again, I'm a 6-inch-tall terrorist. Yes Man then informs me to go to the substation, so I go do that, and blow all of the NCR up while they sleep. I also killed some ants in self-defense. I am truly ashamed of my actions. Anyway, time to dam. The dam wasn't that hard, except that I almost killed myself several times, but it really wasn't a challenge. I was the hard part. Honestly, the hardest part of this, other than me, was the Praetorian guards, because they use melee weapons, so they just get up close to you, so I have to shoot them. Then I die to my own explosive. Kinda sucks. Like a fight was quite easy considering everything. I grabbed a turbo from the dead corpse of the Great Khan armorers, so I popped it and shot several high-powered grenades I had been saving at the leg, bringing him down to the health threshold where he runs away. I ran after him and killed him soon after, but didn't kill him fast enough so that his reinforcements didn't come, so I had to kill them too, almost killing myself in the process again, and I killed the general as well. It's what they deserve for rightfully labeling me as a terrorist. I did another soup and could in fact beat Fallout New Vegas as an ant. The entirety of this run just like snipped together from all the recordings I had into a singular video on my second channel, Camuel Lawrence. You can find it just on the main channel. Also, because I was so short, it just made me stare at like the wall instead of like the slideshow, which is just really funny to me. Anyway, bye. For real this time.